Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you're here and I'm so glad to be with you. I hope you're having a great day, a blessed day, and getting 1% better than yesterday and breaking free from anything that's holding you back from having the best day ever and becoming the best version of yourself. I'm striving towards that goal. I don't necessarily think it's a destination, but we can enjoy every single day. We can make up our minds to do it to the best of our abilities, and if we face a setback, can immediately get back on track and fail small. Don't let it bring you down. We can start fresh right now, right now, right now. So today's a fresh day. This is a fresh moment. Let's talk about the topics of today. I want to talk about how to deal with insults. Specifically, I was kind of insulted by an internet troll. Luckily, that hasn't happened too much, but it just got me thinking, how do you handle that situation, and how do you handle that situation face to face? I mean, it's going to happen, right? We've all been there. I want to talk about my last week's side hustle earnings. I want to talk about records that I found this weekend, of course, that I love. And I want to talk about habits and how habits decide our futures. Let's get into it. So, two Bible verses that I researched that stuck out to me about dealing with insults. The first is for Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and all fall short of the glory of God. So it's not just that person who, is throwing out insults in your life, whether that be at work, on the road, in any activity that you're doing, behind your back, to your face, or through social media. We all fall short. None of us are perfect. So who are we? What are we to say? And the second is Luke 6:28. And this was kind of the approach I took. First of all, it was bless those who curse you and pray for those who abuse you. And that led me into some harsh comments from a guy on TikTok. And I usually post my YouTube shorts over on TikTok, and hopefully that can bring people to the long form videos that I do here, and hopefully that can inspire them. And it's a mutual thing, just as I'm inspired by you. And I had a couple rough spots, and one was like $9 an hour that I was making, and it was that Walmart Spark order that got canceled. And this one guy's like, you're the dope who took the order. And I'm like, well, I didn't choose for it to be canceled. And then he goes, relax. He's like, you're 50 and you deliver shit every day for $9 an hour and blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, okay. I'm like, this guy knows nothing about me. He thinks I'm 50, 43. And, he thinks I deliver stuff for $9 an hour. And I just wanted to say, like, I'm debt free. I work all these extra side hustles. I have a nice job. I want to call him an idiot and shake his, this is who I really am, But then I just felt more, pity's the right word, or sad, or compassion, I guess is the word. Bless those, who hurt that person and why is he hurting enough to try to bring somebody else down, And he could have been right. Maybe 9 seems a little low, but maybe I'm making minimum wage, but maybe I left a high stress job. Maybe I had the courage to take a step back, and that's something that I really like to do. It's easy to cut down on someone's job when you don't know what it is, or their lives if you don't know what's going on in their lives. I did end up making $300 last week in the gig economy, and well over that waiting tables, and that that guy doesn't know that, but basically that Walmart Spark, it's $10K a year minimum for me, and so is flipping. And you add that to your main job and you can live a nice life. I feel rich, in many ways, and not just in money, but in time and in love and in being stress free, and awareness, and being present, and gratitude, and all those things. And no, I don't feel all those things every second of every day, but I can get right back on track when I need to. So I just But it takes courage to get out there and to post the videos, and anyone could say anything, could have said I look 60, could have said, whatever. And you can't let that stuff bring you down, because you can't pay attention to what others are thinking. And that led me to this Bob Dylan verse, which I don't even really talk about in the topics list, but it's from a song called Up to Me, and I've listened to the song 5,000 times in my life. Bob Dylan's the greatest lyricist of all time. And I was listening to it in the shower before work the other day, and it's the second verse of the song, and it goes, "If I thought about it, I never would have done it. I guess I would have let it slide. If I'd paid attention to what others were thinking, the heart inside me would have died. Well, I was just too stubborn to ever be governed by enforced insanity. Someone had to reach for the rising star. I guess it was up to me." And I've heard that verse, like I said, 1,000 times, and it just blew me away. And at first I thought it was very personal. He didn't put this on an album. Came out on like unreleased bootleg tracks and everything. And Bob doesn't always speak so personal, but if I thought about it, I never would have done it. How many things, I guess I would have let it slide. How many things do we think about and never do? And why? Because if I paid attention to what others were thinking, the heart inside me would have died. This kid can't sing, this kid doesn't play guitar that good. Who knows, maybe he's just thinking about what they're thinking. And he would have lost his dream to become the singer-songwriter. Well, I was just too stubborn to ever be governed by enforced insanity. Screw that. It's very easy to fall in that path, right? Enforced insanity, because that's kind of how the world is. Everyone's got their monkey minds, and everyone's talking this, and everyone's talking that. And I think to take a step back and not to be governed by that enforced insanity is breaking free. Then he says, someone had to reach for the rising star. I guess it was up to me. Someone was going to play that role of, someone had to be the best songwriter. Someone had to write some topical songs. Why not him? Why not reach for that rising star? So for me, if I thought about it, I never would have done it. I guess I would have let it slide. If I paid attention to what others were thinking, the heart inside me would have died. I can't really think about what others might think of this channel or the moves that I make in my life, or if I want to become a real estate agent, or if I just want to be a waiter, or if I want to just deliver groceries, or if I want to sell stuff on, Facebook instead of, doing this and that. I'm too stubborn to ever be governed by that enforced insanity. I refuse to let that stuff, the outside noise, go into my mind. Someone had to reach for the rising star. I guess it was up to me. And reach for the star. Whatever your star is your star. And like John Lennon said, we all shine on like the moon and the stars and the sun. We're our own rising stars. Make that change. Talk to that person that you like. Try that new food. Go to that new place. Don't be afraid of what others are thinking. Because then, your dreams could die. Put that outside. Be you. And make the moves at your life. Make the moves that you want to make. Real quick, I'll go through this record haul. It's Saturday. Got all these for $1. $10. $10. Humble Pie, $10. Sublime. I found a modern record. Crazy. Dawn, I know you like Sublime. It's $20. Jackson Brown, 5 to 10. Little jazz here. Bitches Brew. It's like $15. I took a chance on this. Deliverance Dueling Banjos. It's like $5. BB King. That's like $10 to $20. Bruce Springsteen 12-inch. Dancing in the Dark single. It's pretty cool. It's like $5 to $10. This is $10 all day long. My second one. I took a chance on this. Like $5 to $10. This sells all day long. Those original classic Christmas songs. Rudolph. That's $10. Sesame Street Monsters. $10. Got some clearance. CCR. 10. 10. Beach Boys All Day Christmas, 10. And Cosmos Factory, all $10. So I mean, well over $100 there, just going to bang around looking for records on a Saturday morning. And let's get into the final topic of today, because I do want to get into a quick journal entry too. Let me go through that right now. This little journal entry before I started my break-free journey, just to kind of gauge a little bit of my mindset. It says July 2nd, 2019. What I want more than a Dear Diary type of journal is one where I can write out what I've learned and apply it, aka take action, to my life. Also, to be a place to put down the thoughts that race and quiet my monkey mind. I let anger affect me too much, amongst other virtuous things. Hope I can learn from that lesson. I'm most happy when I'm on the right path, not surprisingly. Looking forward to a crazy, fun weekend with the boys, but after that, I want to go all in. I have to keep my ego and expectations in check tonight at work. Also, I want to branch out into other side hustle streams of income, but selling all my junk is keeping me plenty busy. So this is when I was kind of releasing my collections, releasing the records that I collected, releasing the baseball cards that I collected, all the other junk that I accumulated through the years. I'm talking about quieting my monkey mind, just like Dylan was talking about, not playing that loop of what others are thinking about you, not caring, journaling in a peaceful way, a more mindful way. Again, not letting anger and ego get in check. Kind of talking about the 2 Bible verses that I brought up today. It's funny how it all still ties in. I wanted to try new side hustles. Well, last week I made $300 side hustling, and that's going really, really well. So pretty much everything I wanted to do in that journal post, I have taken action on and have made great improvements. So I'm excited about that. And the last thing I want to talk about is a quote from F.M. Alexander that says, "People do not decide their futures. They decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures." So what habits have I decided on taking that's deciding my future right now? Well, being organized, you're going to feel better. The habits of managing your money. There was a time when we as a household did not manage our money very well, and now we're managing it much better, and that has given us a brighter future financially. The habit of gratitude is going to change your outlook on the days. Planning your day is going to decide how much you get done. Putting your family first is going to give you a closer family unit in the future. Waking up at the same time and going to bed at the same time, and not being in, what's the word, like weekend debt with your sleep. Just same time every day, you're going to feel refreshed. Not having a consumer mindset, you're going to have less stuff, you're going to have more money. Cigarettes, if you break that habit now, you're going to be healthier, you're going to live longer, you're going to have more money in the future. Exercise, have the habit of exercise, and stretching is becoming so much more important to me. Diet, the relationships that you build and maintain right now are going to decide your future. Your mindfulness, your mental health, how are you relieving stress, how are you relieving anxiety, all of those things. If you can build and maintain those habits, you are going to have a future of freedom and peace and abundance. But if you do if you're unorganized, if you're not managing your money, if you do not have an attitude of gratitude, if you never plan your day, if your family's put on the back burner, if you're a consumer and you buy everything to make you happy, if you stay up really late on the weekends and sleep in and then Monday you can't get up, if you're ripping cigs all day, if you're a violent person, if you never exercise, if you have a poor diet, if you neglect in your relationships, and if you have struggling mental health, then your future's not going to be as bright. So decide the habits right now that you want to improve upon daily to become the best version of yourself. Break free from the things that are holding you back from taking care of those habits, and you will have a freer and brighter future. Break free.